you like to be able to go to the beach on a day other than Sunday? You know what? That's closer in your reach than you think. My name's Otis Humphreys. I'm a real estate agent in Hampton Roads, Virginia. I love to help other people reach and strive for their financial independence. You know, I've moved in. I'm a full-time real estate agent, and I've been doing real estate for over 20 years. I've been in sales and marketing my entire life, and I've recently taken the challenge on full-time to help people like you strive for their financial independence and to find the home of their dreams. And that's what I'm doing. It's brought me to Florida this week. Did a little bit of training, looking at homes, and I'm looking for dream homes for others. And I think everyone deserves that shot. And you know, one way, the way that I found financial freedom is through real estate. I knew very early on. I listened to Carlton Sheets on cassette several decades ago. Most of you probably have no clue what that is. That was before CDs and streaming video and all that good stuff. But it put me on the path of owning my own home. And now is a better time than ever because of all the education that's available on how to buy real estate and how to do it profitably. But I was able to buy my own home. I learned how to be a landlord by taking in a renter. And I found out that, hey, I could not only buy a home at 8% interest. So all of you that are scared about the 6-ish and low 7s that we've seen here in 2025 and 2024, I'm here to tell you that your dreams can come true at a much higher interest rate than that. Ask your parents that probably spent 10, 12, 14, 15% interest when they bought their home, because those homes have appreciated, they've appreciated considerably since then, and you're probably benefiting from it. So real estate is a great way to invest in your future, but it starts with one home, and whether that be the home that you decide to live in, or maybe buy and rent. I've met others that didn't even live in the home. Maybe you don't want to cut grass. Maybe you don't want to do housework, right? You may want to just take your savings and invest in real estate, and that's a great way too. But it starts with taking action. And while most people with the current state of affairs in the world, they are running away from real estate. Fewer people are selling. Fewer people are buying in some cases, in some markets. And there's some fear out there. Well, it's just like the stock market. Any investor in the stock market will tell you, you don't make money when you sell, you make money when you buy. And if you try to buy when a stock's going through the roof, you're probably going to lose your pants. I've done it a few times. You're almost always better off buying in a flat market, or in a receding market, or in, I'd say, a stagnant market. And there's a lot of those cases across the country. Today, when you work with the right agent like myself, I can help you guide you through that. There are good deals in every market. I challenge anyone to show me a market they can't find a good deal, because if the market's hot, there's another factor that that's going to make it investable. You know, maybe it's a flip, maybe it's a rental market, maybe it's a short-term rental market, maybe it's medium-term or co-living spaces, which are really big right now. And I've actually seen quite a bit of that while I've been here in Daytona, which is pretty interesting. So there's opportunities everywhere to make money if you're willing to take the step. And it can be scary. When I bought my first home, I could have easily rented for less than I was paying for a mortgage. But I was in a situation where I was looking for a home for my daughter and myself, and quite frankly, for my brother too at the time. And it was the right thing for me and my family. And as time moved on, there was a time when things got tough. I mean, there was, most of us know about the recession back in 07, 08 in real estate. And I took that opportunity because I had a friend that needed a place to live for a while. So I learned how to be a landlord, and that was a very valuable skill. And some people are scared of doing that, but I went from a position where it's not ever a situation where I couldn't pay the mortgage, but I certainly didn't have the free money that I used to. I wasn't able to save anything. And with taking on a renter, that changed instantly. And I already knew what my future was, which was going to be invest in more real estate. But I got to cut my teeth early on by taking renters, which I think is a great way. A lot of folks would call that house hacking today. It's a great way to get into real estate. You can easily live for free by taking on a renter, whether you're a single man or woman and you've got an extra bedroom, a couple extra bedrooms, or even a small family. I know a number of people growing up that are doing very well today. They were married with children, living at home and renting a room out to a friend or a coworker, someone that they met through others, and it changes your life. It really does. And with the rising cost of rents, it's better than ever. And you're not talking about getting $300 or $400 a month, like maybe you would have split with a roommate. I mean, you're talking about $1,000 in my market, $1,000, $1,200, $1,400, $2,000 a month from someone that doesn't own a home that just needs a place to stay. Because you know what, $2,000 a month is better than $3,000 or $4,000 that they would have to pay if they went and found a similar home to rent, right? In a lot of cases, they're probably living in a place that's much nicer than they would have lived. So they're more than happy to pay what you might think is more money, and in some cases it is. Don't get me wrong, but they're living a premium lifestyle, and so they're willing to pay a premium price for it. More and more folks are looking to get out on their own. You know, maybe they've gone through a change in jobs. They're moving. There's just so many reasons why getting into real estate right now is the right thing for a lot of people. And you know, if you like to achieve financial freedom, I challenge you to book a call. Give me a call, leave me a comment, send me a DM, and let's get on the phone and talk about what your goals are. You know, what are your financial goals? What's your plan? There are some people that buying right now would not be a good plan for. You know, if you're looking to buy a home and you're only going to be here for 6 months or a year, and you really don't want to rent it, I'd probably steer you away unless we find you a great deal. Those are out there. We can find you a great deal. My last client, he lived in the home a little more than a year, but we were still able to make him money. So, yeah, give me a call. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your future. Let's get you on the right path. I'm more than happy to share you what I've learned through the years, through my own experience in helping others. And let's get you on that road to prosperity. I think you'll really like it. I think you'll enjoy more days on the beach. I know I do. And I love it when I'm helping others find homes on the beach too. So that's really, it's helping other people is really what gets me up in the morning and gets me excited. Talking to you and helping you achieve your dreams. So you guys, give me a call. Let's talk about how to make it happen. And I'll see you in the next one.